On Tuesday, Nicola Torres and her 2 children are expecting to be evicted from their Forestfield home.
We've got nowhere to go and I feel like I'm at risk of losing everything.
Her landlord, community housing provider Foundation Housing, went to court to evict her, saying she'd fallen behind on her rent. Ms Torres says that's because mental ill health stopped her from working for a period, which should have meant her rent was recalculated. After the court ordered her eviction, she found a way to repay the debt.
That was the only time I managed to hear from Foundation Housing. They were texting me, calling me, emailing me, wanting to speak with me to return my money in full.
Foundation Housing says it made multiple attempts to support Ms Torres, but they weren't successful, and that there were other issues they were unable to reveal due to privacy concerns. It says it was bound to follow the order once it was granted by the court to provide clarity to all involved. Greens housing spokesperson Tim Clifford says the case adds to his concerns about community housing providers, with answers in Parliament last year finding the sector had an eviction rate about 5 times higher than in government-managed properties.
Well, I think what it comes down to is the fact that there is less accountability than in the public housing sector.
These evictions only affect a very small proportion of tenancies, but he wants to see greater oversight to ensure tenants are getting the help they need to work through issues. Projects like this, which will be managed by a community housing provider, are part of efforts to grow and develop the sector according to the state government. They say providers have to comply with a national code requiring them to be fair, transparent and responsive, with consequences if they aren't. Ms Torres says she hasn't seen much of that.
They haven't sent any support in my case to ensure that we have a tenancy or somewhere to go.
Kian Burke, ABC News.